trial against Sean Diddy Combs coming to a close. After 4 days on the stand, Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex, and the woman whose civil lawsuit really cracked open this case, wrapping up her testimony.
He was 37 and she was just 19. Cassie Ventura signed the contract, and for the next decade, she was tied to Diddy, on stage, behind closed doors, and under a cloud of fear. Now, however, the silence is starting to shatter in unexpected ways, as names like Chaka Khan and Whitney Houston are suddenly being mentioned.
She gave that note to Brandy. Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J what Whitney told her, because her brother was dating Whitney at the time. Right. I believe Ray J went back and told Diddy what was in that note, and I believe Diddy went and told Clive Davis.
According to Chaka Khan's own daughter, Diddy didn't just show disrespect. He completely lost control in public. He reportedly screamed in her face, even in front of her son, and acted aggressively. Now, with fresh rumors connecting Diddy to the final hours of Whitney Houston's life, many fans are starting to believe that these incidents aren't isolated or coincidental at all.
She was friggin' stressed. She felt compelled to be there for Clive.
While nothing has been officially confirmed, the evidence against Diddy continues to grow, and the number of witnesses is steadily increasing. If Chaka Khan, one of Whitney Houston's closest friends, knows what many believe she does, this case could take a dramatic and unexpected turn. Interestingly, the latest revelations didn't come from a legal team or even from Chaka herself, but from her daughter, Indira Malini Khan. In May 2024, after CNN released disturbing hotel surveillance footage showing Diddy physically assaulting Cassie, his public apology video went viral. That's when Indira decided to speak out, posting a comment that immediately grabbed attention. She wrote, "I'm glad this is happening to you. You got in my mother's face and publicly disrespected her, yelling and screaming like a lunatic." But Indira didn't stop there. She went on to claim that when her then 19-year-old brother, Damon Holland, tried to defend their mother during the incident, Diddy's security team allegedly attacked him. This wasn't just another celebrity altercation. It involved Chaka Khan, a legendary figure known for shaping the sound of soul and funk across generations. And now her name had become entangled in a federal investigation. Indira wasn't looking for sympathy. She was demanding accountability. Her bold comment ignited a firestorm online as fans started connecting the dots. Chaka's long-standing relationships in the industry, particularly with Diddy and music executive Clive Davis, raised eyebrows. Her silence in the aftermath of the alleged altercation left many wondering who she might have been trying to protect. Things got even more complicated when conspiracy theories resurfaced involving Whitney Houston. Some speculated that Whitney may have known too much, and that Chaka, as one of her confidants, might have shared that knowledge. Though these claims remain unverified, the conversation gained momentum, especially as past interviews with whistleblowers, like Jaguar Wright, began to recirculate. In one particularly chilling interview, Jaguar alleged that Whitney had written a cryptic note and passed it to Brandy before her death, a note that reportedly ended up with Ray J. Whether rumor or truth, these developments have added a new and unsettling layer to an already explosive situation.
Gave that note to Brandy. Brandy read the note, got scared, and went back and told her brother Ray J what Whitney told her, because her brother was dating Whitney at the time. Right. I believe Ray J went back and told Diddy what was in that note, and I believe Diddy went and told Clive Davis.
For context, just hours before Whitney Houston's tragic passing, she gave a note to fellow singer Brandy. Many now believe that the note carried some kind of warning. It may sound far-fetched, but that detail has sparked intense speculation. The situation surrounding Whitney Houston's final days continues to draw attention, and when you look at the growing list of potential witnesses for Diddy's trial, the idea that something deeper may be at play no longer seems far-fetched. While Chaka Khan's name hasn't officially appeared on that list yet, fans are already speculating that she may have witnessed more than she's ever publicly revealed. Back in 2012, Chaka Khan openly criticized Clive Davis for hosting a party on the same night Whitney Houston was pronounced dead, and in the same hotel, just a few floors below her suite. To Chaka, this decision was deeply insensitive. She couldn't understand how a celebration could go on while one of the music industry's greatest voices was dying just upstairs. Whitney had been scheduled to perform at that very party, yet Clive, went ahead with it. Chaka, who had intended to attend the event, admitted she was emotionally paralyzed when she landed in Los Angeles and learned of Whitney's death. Khan also took issue with the way Whitney was handled in the days leading up to her passing. She questioned the decision to have Whitney in Los Angeles a full week before her performance, especially considering her fragile recovery from addiction. Drawing from her own past struggles with substance abuse, Chaka explained that she would never have allowed herself to be isolated in a hotel for days in a city known for its temptations. She made it clear, if Whitney hadn't received proper treatment or structure, she never should have been put in that situation. According to Chaka, whoever arranged Whitney's travel and schedule, including Clive Davis, should be held accountable for that decision. When Chaka's daughter, Indira Malini Khan, spoke out in 2024 following the viral release of Diddy's assault video involving Cassie, it didn't feel like just another celebrity weighing in. It felt personal. Her comment wasn't just about Cassie. It referenced Diddy's past behavior toward her own mother. That's when things began to spiral further. Michael B. Jordan's name emerged in connection to the case. According to Cassie's legal filing, during one of her off-again periods with Diddy in 2015, she developed a brief connection with an actor while working on a project in South Africa. They spent New Year's Eve together. It was nothing scandalous, but it was enough to provoke Diddy. He allegedly found out and called the actor to threaten him. The actor then contacted Cassie in a panic and told her, "You really need to call Mr. Combs?" Though the actor wasn't initially named, years later, Rolling Stone confirmed the rumors. The man Diddy threatened was Michael B. Jordan. At the time, Jordan was on the brink of superstardom. Fruitvale Station had been released. Creed was gaining momentum, but he was still vulnerable. Diddy reportedly used that moment to intimidate him. Michael never addressed it publicly, but prosecutors have since included his name in the court documents, reinforcing a broader pattern of control and threats aimed at anyone Cassie grew close to. This wasn't just about jealousy or fame. It revealed the extent of the power Diddy allegedly wielded behind the scenes. If someone as high-profile and well-connected as Michael B. Jordan wasn't immune, it raises serious concerns about how many others may have been threatened into silence. Prosecutors are now using this information to show that Cassie wasn't simply a girlfriend. She was being monitored and manipulated, and those around her were placed at risk. The lack of denial from Diddy's legal team regarding the Michael B. Jordan incident speaks volumes. They're betting on silence to bury the moment, but it's already part of the case record. What was once a brief encounter now underscores the larger disturbing dynamics at play, and the courtroom is taking notice. As investigators dig deeper, it's becoming clear that Cassie's allegations aren't just rumors. They're being backed by phone records, witness testimonies, and names that once seemed untouchable, including Michael B. Jordan. What once sounded like speculation is now part of official court documents. A single phone call, a threat, was enough to land one of Hollywood's fastest rising stars on the list of potential witnesses. And Michael's not the only one. After that, even more familiar names began to surface. People who had remained silent for years, like Aubrey O'Day. Long before Cassie's lawsuit or the CNN hotel footage, Aubrey had been speaking up. She met Diddy in 2004 during making the Band 3 when she was young, ambitious, and ready to perform. Though she became the face of Danity Kane, she now says the spotlight came with disturbing expectations. At the time, many dismissed Diddy's treatment as harsh mentorship. But today, with federal scrutiny intensifying, Aubrey's past interviews are gaining new weight. She described being pressured into situations far beyond the scope of music. And though she never gave explicit details, her statements were clear. It wasn't about talent, it was about control. She says he body-shamed the women, dictated their appearances, and made them feel disposable. Aubrey's refusal to sign the non-disclosure agreement Diddy offered when he promised to return publishing rights to artists has become one of the most significant details. The NDA didn't just protect business dealings, it enforced silence across the board. She walked away from the offer and urged others to do the same. Taking on one of the most powerful people in the industry isn't easy, she said, acknowledging what Cassie and others may now be feeling. For years, people called her dramatic, but as Cassie's filings align with those same patterns, Emotional manipulation, intimidation, and sudden career collapses. It's clear Aubrey was sounding the alarm early. Then there's Kid Cudi. He never spoke publicly about any of it, but what happened at his home spoke volumes. According to Cassie's lawsuit, during a time when she and Diddy were broken up, she and Cudi may have shared a brief connection. Some texts, maybe a few meetups. To most, it was harmless, but not to Diddy. Not long after, Kid Cudi's car exploded in the driveway of his own home. No one was injured and no charges were filed, but the timing and context were impossible to ignore. Especially when you consider the pattern. Michael B. Jordan received a threatening call. Kid Cudi's car blew up. Anyone Cassie got close to faced repercussions, whether verbal threats, public humiliation, or physical danger. Cudi has never publicly confirmed or denied what happened. But his name is now being reviewed by prosecutors for potential testimony. That's significant. In a case spanning music, film, fashion, and decades of silence, some of the loudest revelations are coming from those who never said a word. Until now. From Chaka Khan's daughter publicly calling out Diddy, to Michael B. Jordan's threatened call, to Aubrey O'Day rejecting hush contracts, and Kid Cudi's terrifying incident, the narrative is no longer just about abuse behind closed doors. It's about how many people knew, and how far someone would go to keep them quiet. Now, the silence is breaking. One name, one witness at a time. And if Chaka Khan ever takes the stand, it could blow the lid off everything.